warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Walaikum salam wa
Islam
rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Bismillah wa salatu wa salamu ala rasulihi wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajma'in wa man tabi'ahum bi ihsani ila yawm ad-din wa ba'd. Okay, we'd like to welcome you to today's class. Inshallah, today we're doing a quiz. As you all have received the email to let you know what exactly that I'm looking for. So now, since I have a written quiz here, like if you was in person, that you'll fill it out. So what I'm going to do now, don't try to look too close. Just know that I got it. You trying? All right. So what I'm going to do is we're going to read it's 21 questions. There's 10 true. There's 10 multiple choice. There's 5 fill in the blanks. There's 3 true and false, and then there's two fill in like a short sentence, and then there's a bonus question. So it's everything that as I mentioned, that you can find in the PowerPoint in the book or something that we discussed, but most of it is from the PowerPoint. So I try to make the PowerPoint as just revisory notes, so you can always review that. All right. So y'all ready?
Naam.
Okay. So you just I'll read off the question, and you just give me your answer.
Okay.
Okay. Give me 1 second.
Let me,
All right. All right. So the first one, you ready? You can say your answer, or you can type it in the chat box.
Oh, okay.
All right. So question number 1 is, what is the name of the book? A, is it The Jewel of the Theologians in Light of the Islamic Creed? B, Kitab al-Tawheed? C, Aqidah at-Tahawiyah? Or D, The Basic Beliefs of Islam?
Shit.
Huh?
I'm looking for the chat box part.
Yeah, right next to it says show everyone. You see that? And then it says chat with everyone. Do you see that? It's a little SMS box.
I don't know why my phone ain't saying it, but
Okay.
let me go over it.
Well, you could say your answer too if you can't find the chat box. So
Oh,
you want me to repeat it?
Yeah, please.
All right. It says, what is the name of the book? A, The Jewel of the Theologians in Light of the Islamic Creed. B, Kitab al-Tawheed. C, Aqidah at-Tahawiyah. Or D, The Basic Beliefs of Islam.
A.
You said A?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. I got Hanif's in the message. All right. Number 2, the author of the book died in what year? A, 1972. B, 1892. C, 1920. Or D, 1840.
Dang, I knew this, John, too. D.
You say D? Okay.
Yes, sir.
All right. Number 3, how many questions are there in the book? A, 21. B, 1,000. C, 102. Or D, 50.
$102.
Okay. All right. Number 4, Sheikh Tahir ibn Muhammad al-Jazairi, who is the author of the book we are covering, he was the director of what famous library? A, the Timbuktu Library. B, the National Library of China, C, the U.S. Library of Congress, or D, the Zahiriya Library?
D.
Say D.
Yeah.
And you said D too, right, Hanif?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Number 5, the Quran verse that says, "O you who believe, enter into Islam completely and perfectly," can be found where in the Quran? A, Surah 42, verse 11. B, Surah 2, verse 208. C, Surah 3, verse 185. Or D, Surah 18, verse 75.
B. B.
Okay. Number 6, the translator of the book is from what country? A, Turkey. B, Russia. C, Holland. Or D, USA?
Can you repeat that?
All right. The translator of the book is from what country? A, Turkey. B, Russia. C, Holland. Or D, USA?
S- s- I'll go with C.
Okay. And you said A, Hanif?
No, I didn't put it in yet. I'm sorry.
Okay.
I sent my answer.
All right. All right. Number
Did you
7.
get it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Number 7. Which of the terms below describes Allah's necessary attribute of self-subsistence or non-neediness? Is it A, al-haya, B, al-qiyam bi-nafs, C, al-wahdaniya, or D, al-baqa?
I'll go with B.
Number 8. The necessary attribute for Allah that describes him as being existing as is known as A, al-qudra, B, al-qidam, C, al-ilm, or D, al-wujud? The necessary attribute for Allah that describes him being existing is known as A, al-qudra, B, al-qidam, C, al-ilm, and D, al-wujud. That was your answer, right, Hanif?
Yes.
Okay.
I'll go with B.
B? Okay. Number 9. The word used for surrender is A, yaqeen, B, Islam, C, istislam, or D, ikhlas?
C.
Okay. Number 10. Allah's absolute oneness in his that or his essence, his sifat, his descriptions, and his af'al, his actions, are known as A, al-wahdaniyah, B, al-mukhalafa lil-hawadith, C, al-fana, or D, al-huduth?
Can you repeat it?
Allah's absolute oneness in his that, his essence, his sifat, his descriptions, and his af'al, his actions, are known as A, al-wahdaniyah, B, al-mukhalafa lil-hawadith, C, al-fana, or D, al-huduth?
P.
Okay. Okay, number 11. Now this is the next 5 is fill in the blanks. So number 11, when we talk about a law's necessary attributes, we understand that the blank of them are inconceivable and the blank of them are impossible.
The blank of them are inconceivable.
And the blank of them are impossible.
I think the first word is comprehension.
Mm-mm.
I don't know how to spell it, but
The blank of them are inconceivable and the blank of them are impossible.
That's
Okay,
I'm
take a
drawing a
stab at it or
blank.
leave it blank, or if you want to leave it blank, we could come back to it.
yeah, let's come back to it.
Yeah,
All right.
let's come on back.
Okay, number 12. The term that is used for a law's complete transcendence is called blank. No, I couldn't get y'all multiple choice, man.
Yeah.
Y'all put a pattern together and guess
Nah,
right.
the word is there. It's just
Yeah,
trying to say it.
Okay.
I'm trying to think about the word.
Okay.
Say it the right way.
If not, we'll come back to it if you know.
Yeah, let's come back to that one as well. The brother Kareem don't mind.
All right.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, number 13. The necessary attribute for a law that reflects him having divine will is called blank.
The necessary. The necessary attribute. Explain what's Allah having divine will.
Say it again, Akib, you don't mind?
The necessary attribute for a law that reflects him having divine will is called blank. So we covered those 13 necessary attributes, right?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
All right. One of them means divine will.
I think it's the Q one. I'm gonna go with the owl. I think I'm saying it wrong, but it's owl. Owl.
You said al-Qudra?
Al Qudra, yeah.
Yeah,
I was trying to
that's
say it
what
in
I
my
was going with yeah.
QADR.
All right. So you ride with him, Abdul Kareem?
Yeah.
So this your co-defendant in this thing?
All day. I'm riding with you, brother.
Okay.
Alhamdulillah.
All right.
I'm doing that.
All right, number 14. The term for what is rationally necessary for a law is wajib. And the term for what is rationally impossible for a law is blank.
The term.
It's the opposite of the wadget, right?
Yes.
Just had that one in my head.
Mm-hmm.
Now I'm looking for the term, but I'm going to give you a hint on this. So we discussed 3 terms. That there was necessary, possible, and impossible.
Impossible, yes.
Right.
All right. So what's the term for the term that is rationally impossible?
Um, ah,
That one is
but
that Allah?
jazz,
Allah?
Huh?
Yeah, the Jat.
jazz.
No, that's something else. I think the Jab was. I think the Jab one was knowledge.
Okay, which one you going with?
I'm gonna go with the Al Allah. Al Allah.
Al Allah?
Yeah,
What's Al Allah?
I might be saying it wrong. I thought it was. I thought it was A and then L, A apostrophe L A A. But I might. I think I'm saying it wrong. I don't. I was trying to take a stab, but I think I'm saying that one wrong.
Okay. All right, so Kareem, you saying Jaiz?
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm gonna ride that one out.
All right. Okay, number 15. Whatever you imagine in your mind, Allah is blank from it.
Different.
Say the answer again, okay? I mean, say the question again. I'm sorry.
Whatever you imagine in your mind, Allah is blank from it.
Opposite of it.
All right. Number 16. Now we have 3 true and false. Al-Qidam means pre-eternity or existing without a beginning. True or false?
Al-Qidam.
Can you? Is that a K or a Q? Okay, I'm sorry.
Q. Qidam. Al-Qidam means pre-eternity or existing without a beginning. True or false?
I'm going with false.
I'm going with true.
Okay. Number 17. Al-Fana means everlasting.
True.
True.
Number 18. A Muslim should try his best to comprehend Allah. True or false?
False.
False.
Okay. The next 3 is little short sentences. You just give me an answer. Number 19. What is the correct understanding of the verse in Surah 42, Ayat 11, that is translated as "There is nothing like unto him"?
Laysa kamithlihi shay.
No, that's the Arabic part of the verse. Laysa kamithlihi shay. Usually, when we see it translated, it says that there is nothing like unto him. But what was the meaning that's more comprehensive that we discussed? That if you translate that, it would really mean the answer.
Okay. Whatever you imagine him to be, he's nothing like that.
No, you already gave an answer for that one. I'm looking for. I don't know if you were. I don't know if you were in the class, but we broke down the ayat "Laysa kamithlihi shay." All right, and then said there's nothing like unto him. But we broke it down that we get another meaning that gives it more meaning to, according to the Arabic.
Okay.
I want to say it
You
has
remember what the word mithil? Remember the word mithil means?
Mithl, Mithl.
Yeah.
That was I just saw that.
It means resemblance or likeness.
Okay, yeah, that's what that was. So that's kind of like us trying to comprehend it. Okay, the Mithl, Mithl, Mithl.
Okay, y'all got an answer for me? We're gonna come back to it.
Let's come back to that one.
Let's come on back to it.
All right, number 20. So number 20 says the accountable person in Islam, or the age of responsibility, is called mukallaf. So it's write down when does it begin for a male and a female, and what else takes place when they reach that age.
For a male, it begins around the age of 14, 15.
It's three ways that we discuss when a male becomes mukallaf. Okay, what are
when he
When he reaches puberty.
yeah, that's it. When his voice changes.
that's part of puberty as well. So it's
Well,
two.
yeah,
It's puberty is when the voice change, you start growing hair, right?
right.
And what's the other one?
The other one was the word I had trouble with, but I think it
It's
was
two. It's two more actually.
the I think it has something to do with the ability to know what's right from wrong.
Uh, that's something else. But no, just what's the signs of puberty?
Okay. Wet
For the
dream.
male, his puberty is he reaches puberty means his voice change, he grows hair, something else. Two other things actually.
I think one was wet dream, but that's still under
No,
puberty.
no, wet dream is a little different
Okay.
Oh, okay.
because he might hit puberty before he has a wet dream,
Right.
or vice versa.
Hmm.
And what's the other one?
Mm. Mm.
You said it was three, right?
Yeah. Well, let me just say in the Shafi school, there's another one.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I think the other one was
So if these two doesn't show up by a certain age, then
Mm-hmm.
I just gave you the answer almost. I don't know what else to do. I mean, I'm helping you out here. I'm helping you out here.
Yeah. Huh?
he's the accountability, right? I guess
No, that's Mukallaf, but there's an
that is
age.
Mukala. Okay. You said as an age.
Yeah, I just gave you
Oh, seven.
almost
Oh,
no
15 for the son. 15.
15.
15. Yeah, I'm sorry.
All right.
15.
You gonna ride with that one, Abdul Kareem?
Yeah. Yeah.
All right.
15 for the man.
All right. And the last question. Oh yeah, the other thing that we look for. Oh yeah, for the female, what is it?
Her cycle.
Cycle. Now the other thing that we mentioned that is not really when they reach puberty, but something else starts to happen when they reach the age of mukallaf, the age of accountability. Something specific that I'm looking for.
Where where um they're at that stage where they can have children.
No, I'm looking for an external factor that happens when a person becomes mukallaf.
Oh, something external.
Yeah. It's not nothing to do with the puberty age or wet dream or cycle. Something else that happens externally.
External.
The development of
Yeah, yeah.
That's part of puberty when they
that is sort
develop.
of puberty. Okay.
Okay, we'll come back to it because once I tell you, you can be like, oh man, I knew it.
Pissed off.
All right.
All right.
All right.
All right. Now the last one. What is tamyiz and what age does it begin? So I need this is something that you were talking about.
Okay, Tam uses the ability to know what's right and wrong.
Well,
It's
And
the age of basically responsibility. And what
7.
age does it begin? 7.
7.
yeah.
Okay. So tamyiz is basically when the child knows right and wrong, and basically when they're able to do things on their own, like eat food, use the bathroom, and stuff like that.
Mhm.
All right. All right. So okay, let's see how we did. Y'all ready for the results?
Woo.
No, I'm not ready for them joints yet,
Let me
man.
call Mari real quick, man.
Woo.
All right. So number one, we said, what is the name of the book? Hanif, you answered C, which is Akida Tahawi. Well, that was incorrect.
Mm.
And Abdul Kareem, you answered A, which is the Jewel of Theologians and Light of Islamic Creed. That was correct.
Yeah.
All right. Number two, the author died in what year? The author of the book died in what year? Hanif, you answered C, which is correct. Abdul Kareem, you answered D, that which is incorrect. The year was 1920. Okay, number three. How many questions are there in the book? Hanif, you answered A, which is 21. That was incorrect. Abdul Karim, you answered C, which is 102, which is correct. Okay. Number 4, Sheikh Tahir ibn Muhammad al-Jazairi, who is the actual author of the book that we're covering. All right. So what library was he famous for being the director of? Number 4, both of you answered D. That was correct. The Zahiriya library. All right. Number 5, the Quran verse says, "O you who believe, enter to Islam completely and perfectly." Uh, Hanif, you answered A, which is 42:11. That was incorrect. Kareem, you answered B, 2, verse 2, Surah 2, Ayah 208, which is correct. I mixed up some of the verses that we went over, so you ain't just going, you're just not going to score 100 points on me, man. You going to do some thinking. All right. All right. The translator of the book is from what country? Hanif, you answered C. Oh, yeah, which is Holland, which is correct. And you also answered C. Abdul Kareem, just both right. Number 7 says, which term defines Allah's attribute of self-subsistence? So, Hanif, you answered C, which is al-wahdaniyah. That was incorrect. And you answered B, Abdul Kareem, which is al-qiyam bi nafs. Al-qiyam bi nafs is self-subsistence or non-neediness. That was the correct answer. Okay. Number 8, the necessary attribute for Allah that describes him as being existing is wujud, which was D. Hanif, you got it right. Abdul Kareem, you answered B, which was al-qidam. That was it. All right.
Okay.
All right. Number 9, the word for use for surrender is istislam. Both of you answered that right. Okay. Number 10, Allah's absolute oneness in his that, his sifat, and his af'al is known as B. Al-Mukhalafa lil-Hawadith. Both of you answered B. All right. Number 11, we said Allah's necessary attributes, the absence of them are inconceivable, and the opposite of them are impossible. That was the answer I was looking for. The absence of them are inconceivable, and the opposite of them are impossible.
Okay.
All right. Number 12, the term that is used for Allah's complete transcendence is called tanzih. Remember we covered that tanzih. Tanzih.
Okay.
Yeah. Number 13, the necessary attribute for Allah to reflect him having divine will is called, both of you answer al-Qudra. The reports we got back from Mari says that both of you were wrong. We were looking for al-Irada. Al-Irada. Irada is divine will.
Okay, alhamdulillah.
All right. Number 14, the term for what is rationally necessary for Allah is wajib, and the term for what is rationally impossible for Allah is mustahil. All right. Abdul Kareem, you answered jaiz. Jaiz and yajuz means possible.
Possible.
So the opposite of the necessary is impossible, which is mustahil. Hanif, you pled the 5th on that one. So I guess that's good. You know, you don't give up. Don't give up.
Man. He won by default, man.
All right. Number 15 is whatever you imagine in your mind, Allah is blank from it. Abdul Kareem, you answer different, and Hanif, you answer opposite. So both of those are acceptable. All right. Number 16, al-Qidam means pre-eternity or existing without a beginning. That is true. All right. So Hanif, you answer false, and Abdul Kareem, you answer true. Number 17, al-Fana means everlasting. Both of you answered true, and that was wrong. Al-Fana is the opposite of al-Qidam. Al-Baqar. It is the opposite of al-Baqar. Now, I was just throwing that in there. We didn't really cover the opposites. We did go over them. I don't know if you guys were in the class or not. I think mostly it was Sister Felicia and somebody else. But yeah, the opposite of al-Baqar is everlasting is al-Fana. all right, is which means to be annihilated, to come to an end. Number 18, a Muslim should try his best to comprehend Allah. You both answered false, and that was correct. And what statement did we say that proves that's false? It was a statement by Abu Bakr as-Siddiq.
Not being able to comprehend your Lord is comprehension of him.
Yes, that's correct. Your inability to comprehend the law is your comprehension of him. So, you know, and then there was a statement we had on the, you'll see on the PowerPoint, is that do not try to understand that of Allah, Allah's essence, because you can't. All right, that was 18. Number 19, what is the correct understanding of the verse in 42:11 that says there is nothing like unto him? The answer I was looking for, there is nothing like the likeness of Allah.
Okay.
It's nothing like the likeness of Allah.
Right. The likeness of Allah.
All right, and that's, we got that in the PowerPoint slide. So number 20, we covered the accountability is mukallaf. For the male, it is puberty, wet dream, or age 15 for the females when the first cycle begins. And the other thing is when a person becomes accountable or mukallaf, the angels start recording their deeds on the scale. You remember we covered that?
Yeah.
Yes.
All right. I told you, remember, I told you.
Yeah.
Oh, man, how did I miss that, John? All right. Okay, and then the last one we covered, what is tamyiz and what age does it begin? And you said 7. All right, tamyiz is the age of responsibility, knowing right from wrong. Okay, alhamdulillah. All right, pretty good.
Alhamdulillah.
All right, so we just got to review some. We got to review some things, inshallah, and then we'll be starting to resume next week. All right, I'm going to get on the road, but I'm glad y'all checked in for the class. So
yes, sir.
Glad to have you.
Yeah, so that's pretty good. So any questions?
No, that's good, brother. Appreciate it. Yeah, very patient with us.
Yeah, alhamdulillah. Yeah, we here to learn, man. You know, it ain't no none. You know.
Yeah.
All right, so y'all got any questions?
No, I'm good.
Okay, because I gotta get on the road. Check out time 12 o'clock.
All right.
Yeah.
Somebody come knocking on my door.
Yeah.
I ain't even gonna open up that door, you know.
Yeah.
I'm ready to pack up now.
Alhamdulillah.
All right, so inshallah we'll resume next week. All right.
Inshallah.
I'm glad you brothers tuned in. It was great. Inshallah, I hope you enjoyed it. So this is the kind of format. Every maybe 4 weeks or whatever, we'll do a quiz. But as I told you, we'll be reviewing every week, just hitting pieces. So the important points.
Inshallah.
Alhamdulillah, Rabbil Alameen.
Okay, all right, inshallah. So we're in there. Subhanaka Allahumma wa bihamdika. Ashhadu an la ilaha illa anta astaghfiruka wa atubu ilayk. Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam.
All right.